Welcome back to Dow Twang. I'm Dave. So we got this little rockin' E thing here. Everything I just did was in E minor, using E minor pentatonic scales, and there was kind of a call and response thing, which is really kind of the main focus of this session. Um, if you're still working out your minor pentatonic stuff, this will be a great space to do that in. But this is a jam. Sometimes we use that word a lot, just sort of interchangeably with anything referring to improvisation. And that makes sense. But this is a jam that's more like the apex of a song, where you've gone through a song and you've gotten to that instrumental section or that outro where it's just grooving. It's just hitting on all cylinders, right? And I tried to make that backing track pretty driving like that. And so, this is where you let it all hang out. Okay, we're gonna have some fun on this one. Um, and it's not going to be lick A, lick B. It's things that you're working on with your minor pentatonic stuff and your rock blues playing. And if you're still working out your minor pentatonic scales and things, this should be a good place to do that. Um, and I'm doing this in two positions. So I'm going to show you the riff is just okay. So E to D, E to D, then D. Okay. Um, I'm doing a lot up here, right? And a lot right here. Now, don't worry. My fingering's a little jumbled up down there because I kind of do my own thing when I get down in here. There's some finger crossing and stuff going on there. Don't worry about copying all of that. It's the same notes. That's right there. But this back and forth thing that we're going to do today, it helps you in a few different ways. The simplest one is you get familiar with those pentatonic notes for that E minor pentatonic in two different locations. Okay. The other one is you move, you practice and work out muscle memory of the moves between those positions. So you have more, kind of a diversity in what part of the neck and the different tones and things that you're getting. And the last one is that it's a creative thing. It's really a stylistic thing. When you move from one position to another to do sort of a call and response, your phrasing gets more conversational. Because if I'm going, and then my game plan is to move up here and respond to that lick with the next lick, it's going to be a separate phrase, right? And if I just stay in one place all the time, I might tend to kind of, get a little babbling with the same notes. And I do that a lot. So this is one of the ways that I kind of broke myself of that, right? Sometimes I like to just stay in one spot and just go nuts. That's fine. But give this a try. And here I'll do some kind of, simple note sequences, but demonstrating this back and forth thing between these two positions. Now, this one. It's probably one of the numbered ones. A lot of somebody can put that in the comments. It's probably one of the ones that's been labeled, minor pentatonic shape, whatever, A, B, 1, 2, 3. I'm not really sure what all those are. But, many folks learn that way. So if that looks familiar to you, and then remember, it's just the same notes in a different part of your neck as. Okay. I don't mean to go real fast right there, but those aren't really licks. I'm just showing you that kind of orientation of those positions, right? On this channel, before we get going here, there's a video called 12 fret span for E minor pentatonic. Then you can go from the open E down here all the way up. All right, that's a good one. It's kind of a lick in and of itself, but it's also just a way to switch through a lot of positions. But right here, we're going to go for those same ones that I used in the intro mostly. So I started off with kind of a okay. Now, that's the concept, right? So you get this little system down right in here. And then this one. All right. And slowed down, those are just. Okay. Again, those aren't licks per se. They're just really, and I'll put whatever diagrams I have in the description section for that E minor pentatonic. But just work that stuff out and work it out with your ear too, not just what it looks like. So even just pick a few notes. Don't worry about running that scale up and down at first. Something like this. Try starting and ending on different ones. Okay, went down and did a little open E position of minor pentatonic. Okay, so there's, if you're ambitious, there's 3 zones there. You can work into that, right? But the thing I think that's really that I want to kind of want you to experiment with here is that playing a riff and then answering it in a different one of those positions. And just using 2 of them is fine. You can do the same. Some of you might be asking right now, well, wait a second. If those are the same notes, I could do the same stuff. What's the real benefit of that? Well, I kind of mentioned them earlier, but I think if you do this, you'll see it helps you memorize your positions better, and it also just makes your playing a little more dynamic and timing. Your timing gets better. Your punctuation, right? You make a statement, there's a comma, a pause, then right? That's a real kind of basic blues mentality, right? Start working some space in there. Somebody sent me a great audio file a couple weeks ago of them playing and using a lot of skills that they'd been working on this channel and elsewhere, I suppose. And it was great. I really enjoyed it. And they wanted some feedback. And one of the things that I said was, sounds great. And you're running down all these notes and you're doing all kinds of cool stuff. Just put a little, put some commas in there. You know, hold some of the notes a little bit longer. Um, and that's advice I would give myself as well, right? We all need to remind ourselves of those kind of arrangement things as we go and be a little more intentional. Hold them out. Repetition. Okay. I know it kind of, blazed through some of the demo stuff in this one. But remember, always take those notes, draw you a diagram or find one or, look for one on this channel or somewhere else. E minor pentatonic, learn a couple different positions of that. Do this call and response thing and just really pay attention to your dynamics and your punctuation, we'll call it. And see if you don't, really start to feel a little more in the groove and a little more musical with it. Okay? Let me know how this works out for you. Thank you. See you next time.